So thanks for your time, everyone. And I'm conscious you might need your afternoon pick-me-up. So I will keep this case study super pointy. Now, we've heard this morning about how programmatic out-of-home works in omni-channel buying, how it's measured, how it's privacy compliant. And we at Bench Media, who are an independent programmatic agency based in North Sydney, have been championing the rise of programmatic out-of-home even before the Voldemort "They Who Shall Not Be Named" years of 2019 and 2021. Especially since the comeback of out-of-home, we've seen great success stories, like the one I'll be sharing with you today about ModiBodi. All right, so for those of you who don't know ModiBodi, they are a leading Australian underwear brand which focuses on being period and leak proof. Founded by an Aussie mum, her goal was to create comfortable underwear to help her train for a triathlon. Failing to find anything decent on market, she decided to do it herself. Since then, their range has broken the mould of what used to be a pretty homogenised and discreet underwear industry, creating a range of life-changing apparel for all people. Now, ModiBodi have a diverse range now to cater for most parts of the Australian population, not just separated by gender, which is what is traditionally known for underwear, but by need as well. This includes, for example, a pre- and post-maternity range, a range for those who identify as male, and most recently, a range for those currently transitioning from female to male. That's pretty bold for any brand to have this wide representation in their products, and I think it's pretty neat. Goal-wise, we worked with ModiBodi for about a year before launching programmatic out-of-home across a whole stack of awareness channels for branding purposes, while focusing always on driving sales through their website. So where does programmatic digital out-of-home fit in with all this? Well, as you can see on the right of that slide there, we traditionally handled programmatic channels including audio, video, display, and BVOD. But we know that programmatic out-of-home would be really effective for ModiBodi as a branding strategy as it represents their core brand, period, leak-proof apparel for when you're on the move. What better way to capture this audience than through a digital screen? Now, typically, ModiBodi was a traditional out-of-home client, which still does have its place for when ModiBodi do want that wider reach play or want that strong share of voice. As also we spoke about previously, not every screen is also available programmatically, so there is still a place for traditional out-of-home. But because we had been running ads on audio, video, BVOD, and display, we knew that they were sitting on a bit of a gold mine of information to really drive a solid programmatic out-of-home strategy. Now, what do we mean by gold mine? We knew exactly what audiences were making purchases through their website. When looking at their on-site purchase data, we identified 3 key audiences that were making the most purchases. That is women 25 to 45, those aged over 55, and fitness enthusiasts. That gold mine meant that it was simply a natural fit for ModiBodi to form part of their digital out-of-home strategy, activity programmatically, in line with their other channels. We could consolidate their media buy into programmatic platforms now and target the same audiences across digital out-of-home. The benefit of programmatic out-of-home then is a unique audience play, something that I've tagged as the feedback loop of digital out-of-home. So as you can see there, I've wheeled out this feedback loop. As we mentioned, through our cross-channel work on audio, video, display, and BVOD, we identified 3 key performing audiences that drive the majority of ModiBodi purchases. As I said, women 25 to 45, people aged over 55, and fitness enthusiasts. So that's step 1. For step 2, now the beauty of programmatic out-of-home is that we can target these audiences through screens. So, for example, let's push out our fitness enthusiast ModiBodi group. We did that through VMO's gym screens, for example, and we used our data partner Foursquare's data to target regions in Australia whose population indexed highly for gym goers. The same was done for over 55s, targeting, for example, Tonic Media's doctor and pharmacy screens and focusing that activity to just daytime activity. Step 3, anyone effectively exposed to a programmatic out-of-home ad on a screen can have their device ID captured, more often than not through your mobile device. Yes, there is some audience that is captured through there that's not on target, but that's totally fine because you are still capturing your ideal audience. It also does help to test an audience strategy that might be outside what you think is correct. Step 4, Once those audiences are captured, we can then, in a privacy-compliant way, through a process called hashing or through partners like LiveRamp, load those devices into our display and video and Facebook strategies and then target those audiences again. From there, we create a cross-channel journey, re-showing them ModiBodi ads through multiple touch points. Step 5, over time and over the testing period, we then look at the characteristics of people being retargeted our ads on display and video on Facebook, and also buying our products over time. So when you capture those device IDs, we keep that other activity running, and then we start creating what we call lookalikes of those audiences as well. For example, we noticed that women going through final stages of pregnancy or had just given birth, and teenage girls were not only exposed to our ads on programmatic out of home, we're starting to buy our products through display and video. And ergo, the loop begins again. From this, we can then push out more audience strategies onto programmatic out of home, stop others, and target certain screens with just a click of a few buttons. This redeveloped audience strategy helps not only programmatic out of home, but also display, video, and Facebook to succeed in getting purchases as well, which in turn helps ModiBodi actually come up with new creative strategies as well. Think about how creative you can get with this. For example, you can target teenagers across all of JCD's transit screens heading into Olympic Park to see Harry Styles a couple of weeks ago, or for the over 55s, Elton John's third farewell tour. All right. So this is an example of just how easy it is to implement, which we've not seen today, I guess, in the presentations. This is a screenshot of how we implemented this activity through Vista. So you can see the screenshot, for example, how easy it is to target, for example, fitness enthusiasts at gyms and recreational centres over a 1-month period. You see their potential spend and impressions. The same was done for women 25 to 45, over 55s and teenagers. So you can see there what you produce essentially is a really super interactive map of screens to target all gyms, and we could execute that pretty quickly. All right, now looking at how successful the campaign was in terms of results, we like to look at results for a programmatic out-of-home campaign to add programmatic out-of-home to our other channels and then see the results pre and post the campaign running. So looking at programmatic out-of-home and the impact it had in our performance channels, which was video and display, budget aside, which remained pretty similar across all channels, results are really strong. Obviously, not everything can be kept the same when we're running a campaign over time. We always optimize our display and video campaigns as we should. However, we can see results across the board were strong and a vast improvement, much more than the month-on-month prior to launching programmatic out-of-home into the campaign mix. We saw our cost per sale across display and video decrease by 7%, our return on ad spend improved by 15%, and more than cover the cost of running programmatic out-of-home for this campaign. And interestingly, we even saw more clicks in the campaign, more than we typically saw month to month without programmatic out-of-home, indicating some level of recall and engagement. So what did we learn out of running programmatic out-of-home for this campaign? It's a bit of a ninja in disguise. It's definitely an awareness channel, but it does have impacts on performance. Over time, if we start running on a DSP like Trade Desk, as we spoke about this morning, we can see through their path to conversion reporting how every channel, including programmatic out-of-home, impacts the user's path to conversion. All right, key takeaways that we noticed from running this campaign, and takeaways you can take in running programmatic out-of-home campaigns as well, is traditional out-of-home, we shouldn't underestimate it. It still has a place for wide-reaching awareness, while programmatic out-of-home provides an opportunity to take a more tactical approach using data. Number 2, programmatic out-of-home provides us with the opportunity to use data across all stages of a campaign. So for example, we analysed the sales data to develop audience strategies. We did data-driven screen strategies through gym screens and then like daytime partying. And we also then looked at cross-channel performance analysis as well. The third thing you can take away from this is our wider media activation through running cross-channel strategies actually saw improved results during and following our programmatic campaign running. So really, programmatic out-of-home does provide some level of full-level activation and results as well. All right. Thanks for your time, everyone. I know it was short. Enjoy the rest of the afternoon, and if you've got any questions about our case study with ModiBodi, just hit me up. Thanks.